Hey YouTube, I'm back this time in a very unseasonal kind of look. It is November 3rd when I am shooting this video. However, it's been a very warm week in Denver, so I look like summer, but it is November and I'm here with my October Bath & Body Works Empties. So I don't have any chit chat. I have a lot of empties to get through, which I'm really happy about. So let's just jump right in and get started. So I'm gonna start with things that spray, I guess, different kinds of spritzes. So the first thing I used up is a full-size fine fragrance mist in Midnight Pomegranate. I don't have any notes on this particular bottle, but yeah, it's just a very fruity, floral, musky type of scent. So I think it has like pomegranate and patchouli and spices and things like that. So I really love Midnight Pomegranate for the fall, especially kind of like mid to late fall, like in October. So love it. I may or may not have one more of these. I don't remember. If I don't, I will be seeking this out at this my annual sale. So Midnight Pomegranate, love it, and I have loved it for years. The next item I used up is pretty unusual. This is a pillow mist in Love from Aromatherapy, and it is in rose and vanilla. So I picked this up, maybe in like August. It was toward the beginning of when I lived in Denver, kind of on a whim. It was 75% off, and it was like the remnants of SAS. So yeah, I just kind of picked it up because I wanted items in Love. And when I first picked it up, I was like, I'm not gonna use this on my actual pillows. Like, I'm just gonna use this as a body mist and, you know, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, I did use it some on my body, but actually I did use it quite a bit on my sheets and I really loved it. So I still find this idea of a pillow mist kind of like frivolous. Like, why do you need that? But I feel like that's not the point with anything at Bath & Body Works. So I wouldn't specifically seek out pillow mists at Bath & Body Works, but I'm really enjoying lately having sheets at night that smell like Bath & Body Works items. So I maybe will have kind of an increase in fine fragrance mists and body splashes and things like that because I like to spray my sheets with it now. So again, kind of bougie, kind of frivolous, but I'm really glad that I took a chance on this pillow mist and I really enjoyed it. So even if you would find that very frivolous, just try it out if you can find one for cheap because you might wind up really enjoying having it. The next item that I used up that is some kind of spray or spritz item is a mini fine fragrance mist in champagne, apple, and honey for a week in October. So about a third of the way through, I went to Kansas City because I had a week off from school. And I did not have like a mini type of like spray bottle for my Midnight Pomegranate. So I just took one of my minis that I had in my fall challenge. So I used up my champagne, apple, and honey spray that week in Kansas City, and I just kind of finished it up when I came back to Denver. So I really enjoyed it. I specifically like champagne, apple, and honey for the fall. I don't really use this any other time of year, but I really do enjoy it. And I'm glad that it makes a comeback and has been for the past few years. So I would repurchase, but again, it's not something that I want to hoard from year to year. So that is it for my body splashes, pillow mists, all that kind of good stuff. Now let's get into shower gels. I used up a lot of shower gel this month. The first one I used up is a travel size in Black Cherry Merlot. I'm really glad that I took a chance on Black Cherry Merlot in body care back in the spring. At first I was like, I don't know if I really want to smell like that. And to a certain extent, I still don't know if I really do, but I really did love it for the shower. So I have this one, but I also used up another one when I was in Kansas City and a mini in Sunset Glow as well. So I really enjoyed Black Cherry Merlot. Sunset Glow, I don't think I would repurchase it. I think that was kind of a one and done for me. It smelled nice, but it's not something that I like really am pining to have more of. But again, I did use up 2 of these total and a Sunset Glow mini shower gel as well. The next time that I used up, so the next shower gel is a full size in Pearberry. I used this up toward the beginning of the month. The key notes are Anjou Pear, Wild Berries, Apple Blossom, Golden Freesia, and Blonde Woods. Pearberry is a scent that I have loved since like Y2K, like since I've kind of been into Bath & Body Works. And it's a 90s fragrance. It's really great. It is a little synthetic, so if you are sensitive to synthetic type of fragrances, I wouldn't recommend it, you know, come SAS time or whatever, but I really enjoy it. It smells really nice and bright and fruity, and I could use this any time of year. So I have a few more of these, so there is more of where this came from for me. would repurchase, definitely. I love that Pearberry has kind of made a comeback during SAS at Bath & Body Works. The next item that I used up, I believe this is my very last vintage item. It's like the end of an era that started back in like May, whatever. But I believe this is my very last vintage item, I think. Anyway, so this is my shower gel in my precious Suncrisp Apple Harvest. In my opinion, this is the best apple scent that Bath & Body Works has ever done. They came out with this for fall of 2015. Beautiful packaging. I think that this entire line was very gorgeous. So I kind of miss packaging here, like from Bath & Body Works, where I feel like it's just overall really nicely done, and it's not packaging that you can really swap onto any other fragrance. Like, that's why I kind of diss on Bath & Body Works sometimes, is I feel like they've kind of gotten to a point where their packaging isn't necessarily about that fragrance. It's just kind of like generally pretty, I guess. But yeah, I miss the days where this was the norm, where the packaging on that particular item would not make sense on any other fragrance. It's specifically about this one. So again, Suncrisp Apple Harvest. The keynotes are Suncrisp Apple, Orchard Leaves, Harvest Lemon, Apple Blossom, and Jasmine Woods. And I love it because I don't necessarily get a citrus like a lemon or anything necessarily floral. I don't know if I would quite call this caramel, but it's very much so like a woodsy apple. It's very interesting and very appropriate for the fall, and I really love it. I would definitely repurchase this, and I would definitely drop some cash to purchase this off of eBay or Poshmark or whatever. So I've had a couple comments in the past few weeks asking if I'm going to do another vintage haul. My answer is yeah, but probably not for a couple months. So yeah, like I'll probably do another vintage haul in the spring again, and I'll like haul it on YouTube and, you know, stuff like that. So I could definitely see myself picking up another Suncrisp Apple Harvest because that just is such a winner to me. I really wish it would come back. Speaking of apple, I also used up another shower gel. This is in Country Apple. I purchased this from the summer SAS, and the keynotes are Macintosh Apple, Apple Blossom, Fresh Muguet, I don't know what that is, Sheer Sunlight, in Orchard Woods. This is the Country Apple, again, that we've had since the 90s. It's something I can enjoy about once a year in a shower gel, but that's about it. It's pretty synthetic. And while it's fun and nostalgic, it's not something that I like really desire on a regular basis. So happy to use up my Country Apple for this year. I can definitely see myself repurchasing it like once again next year, but that's about it. But pretty picture for what it's worth. The last shower gel that I used up in October is a Midnight Pomegranate. The keynotes are Ruby Red Pomegranate, Sparkling Cassis, White Jasmine, Blackberry Spice, and Patchouli. So just like what I talked about with my fine fragrance mist, it is a little bit fruity-ish, but it's mostly floral. There's definitely the patchouli that you get, so that floral element. And yeah, it's very like dark, if you will. I think that's kind of what I get from the spice. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a really great nighttime fragrance, but really I could use it during the day too. But like I said, I think it's really lovely for October, just kind of like the vibe of October, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really love this, and I will be seeking it out come SAS. Okay, so that is it for my mists and my shower gels. Now let's get into types of moisturizers. So I used up a hand cream in Kansas City in Strawberry Pound Cake. I used it on my hands and my feet and my knees, and I really enjoyed it. So, you know, you guys know from my channel that I generally don't care for hand creams, but only because of the way that they're packaged. However, I really enjoyed the Strawberry Pound Cake fragrance. So for that reason, I think that I'm going to be more open-minded to buying it in other forms, especially like an Ultra Shea body cream or a mini Ultra Shea body cream. So do I love the hand cream thing still? Like, no. But if I only ever saw a hand cream again, I would repurchase the Strawberry Pound Cake, but I definitely will be seeking it out in other forms as well. So that is The last time I used up in Kansas City that I don't have to share with you guys today, but speaking of strawberry, I also used up a full-size Ultra Shea body cream in Bourbon Strawberry Vanilla. This was just kind of a spillover from September. I have definitely found in the last few months that I've kind of slowed my roll a little bit on moisturizing. I haven't really desired to kind of put lotion like all over my body in the last few months. I'm not sure what's up with that, but I just really haven't wanted it, which is kind of surprising now that I'm in a drier climate here in Denver, but you know, whatever. So I've definitely still been wanting it on my hands pretty regularly. I have noticed that, but all over my body, not so much recently. But so again, this was a kind of spillover from September. I really love Bourbon Strawberry Vanilla, and the keynotes are Bourbon Vanilla, Garden Strawberry, Apricot Nectar, Pink Jasmine, and White Oak. So very beautiful. Yeah, like kind of spiced, creamy strawberry. I really love it for fall transition. Such a great fragrance. I still have, I think, one more fine fragrance mist and one more Ultra Shea body cream in this, and then yeah, that's it. So just like my Midnight Pomegranate, I definitely will kind of seek this out at SAS and kind of cross my fingers that this comes back at SAS. So I know it does under what, like wild strawberry leaf, wild, I don't know. I know that it has in like some other repackage during SAS, which is fine, but I love my precious, this packaging. I don't know, like I know it has a name, some kind of southern something or other, but yeah, this to me is like the OG packaging of it. Okay, so moving on, I also finished up a scrub toward the beginning of the month. This is an exfoliating body scrub in Pretty as a Peach. I purchased this at the summer SAS. I've talked about these before. I think that these particular scrubs are okay. I'm not gonna repurchase these because they're just not coarse enough for me. They don't really feel like much of anything. However, if you are sensitive and don't really like coarse scrubs, if you can get your hands on this type of scrub, and I know that new ones have come out for holiday traditions, and I would recommend those. But because I'm usually more into like the sugar scrubs and the sand scrubs, I'm just gonna stick to those for the future. But not horrified by it, but wouldn't purchase it again. However, I do have 2 more of these, so you'll see them a few more times in my empties. The next 2 items I used up are 2 pocket backs. I have one in Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, so not something I really desire in body care, but I do enjoy Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte every fall. Do I think it smells like coffee? No, but it just kind of smells like a sweet kind of vanilla-y drink, sorta. So yeah, I'm glad to have one for the fall, but I'm kind of like a one and done with this. So you'll see it again from me next year, but for right now, I'm done. And I also used up one of my Blueberry Crumble pocket backs. I wound up purchasing 4 of these, and I'm so glad that I did because I love this Blueberry Crumble pocket back. It smells like a blueberry pastry, like a blueberry muffin. I get a butteriness from it. I almost get like, maybe I'm just imagining this, but almost like a saltiness from it. Like it smells like a bread item that I would eat, and it is so good. So really cute packaging. I'm glad that I have a few of these because I could use this during any time of year. So love it. So happy to have more. Blueberry Crumble. The last 2 things I used up are 2 soaps. I used up both of my Halloween soaps in the month of October. The first one I used up is in Candy Corn Treats. And I think that the box bit here is a little bit boring, but I actually really like the picture. So like, I can get down with that. So yeah, Candy Corn Treats. This is my first year buying actual Halloween soaps, so they were fun to use up during this month. The keynotes are Enchanted Marshmallow, Chilling Lavender, and Candy Corn. This one was okay. Like I can see myself purchasing it next year because it's like a fun seasonal item, but in terms of like a great fragrance, I think it's a repackage of Marshmallow Flurries. So if you like Marshmallow Flurries or if you like Marshmallow Fireside, then this would be a good one for you. I think it kind of just smells like that, but in a soap. I thought it was nice. I didn't necessarily think like, oh, this is candy corn. You know, I think that if it were trying to be candy corn, I think that there should not be a lavender note there, but instead have like a honey note. I think that would make it a little bit more authentic. But for what it's worth, it was fun, and I did enjoy the fragrance for what it actually was. I just wish that it just smelled more like authentically like candy corn since it's called that. But again, I would repurchase it. I enjoyed it, but it's not something that I feel like I need to hoard. And the very last time I used up is, again, another Halloween soap. This is in Happy Haunting. I was drawn to this not because I necessarily love the fragrance itself, but because it was a really pretty, like, vibrant lime green color, and green is my favorite color. So I really enjoy the packaging here. It's fun with the green and the kind of like foiled gold there, and I really liked the sight of that too. So the keynotes from this were Mysterious Lime, Frightening Pear, and Spooky Sea Salt. So this was just Island Margarita, and I know that because right before this I had like an actual Island Margarita soap on my sink. So I have had quite a bit of Island Margarita in the last few months. So like I said, is it Halloween? Absolutely not, but it was fun with the packaging, so I can see myself repurchasing it next year as well. So that is it for my pretty sizable Bath & Body Works empties for the month of October 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Yellow Brick Repat. I'll put it down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.